With the story of Honkai Star Rail finally moving away from the Luofu and updating to version 2.0, we finally get to see the new planet Penacony and what it has in store for the Trailblazer. So obviously, before the video even begins, if you guys haven't played the story yet, there's gonna be heavy and pretty major spoilers ahead. So go play it already, because the story writing in Penacony is insane compared to what we've seen so far in Honkai Star Rail. Anyways, let's get straight to it. First things first, before even diving into any theories, let me introduce you guys to Shoji, the guy who wrote the story for Penacony, and is also the infamously known person who wrote the PTSD-inducing depressing story that Honkai Impact 3 gave to people. So with all that being said, people are already expecting death and depression to come with this new chapter. So it may come with no surprise that the heartwarming and uplifting story that they teased was the complete opposite. So, enough rambling. Is Firefly dead? That's the biggest question that everyone wants to know after playing the story. It seems that everyone on Penacony do believe that Firefly, and Robin, is dead. And even Black Swan, who's supposed to be an expert on the dreamscape, thinks that Firefly is dead. But there are a lot of reasons that give us players hints as to why she's not dead. First of all, yes, I'm coping. I genuinely thought Firefly was well written in the story, and to see her suddenly just die was shocking. But after going through some evidence and stuff in the trailer and story, I believe that Firefly is indeed not dead. Alright, so how the hell did she not die? Answer? I don't know, man. But I can answer who she actually is. She's Sam, who's clearly alive and breathing after Firefly's supposed death. So, why is Firefly Sam? Let's go through this using an iceberg. At the very top of this theory, firstly, is when May literally kills the Trailblazer at the very start. And I don't even think I'm exaggerating on this point. Like, the amount of blue goo that comes out of the Trailblazer looked enough to kill a person. Obviously, the Trailblazer didn't die, but the goo that comes out of him looks oddly similar to the goo that Firefly turns into when she dies. That's literally all to this first point. It's up here because I think it's kind of interesting, but it doesn't really prove that Firefly isn't dead. So yeah. Anyways, to my next point. We kind of have to fast forward in the story, where Firefly takes us to her secret place, a rooftop, and tells us that she's been lying to us and that she's actually a stowaway and she shouldn't be in the dreamscape. But what's really interesting in this conversation is that Firefly actually talks about her situation in the real world, and according to her, she has entropy loss syndrome.
Entropy loss syndrome. Have you heard of this term? It's a strange condition. Those suffering from it will experience an irreversible chronic dissociation of their physical structure.
And if those words are too big for that brain of yours, Firefly explains it better in more simpler terms.
You can still run, jump, and talk as usual. Everything seems normal. But then you'll start doing everything slightly slower than others. And then even slower than that. Until the lines between your body and the entire world become blurry.
From what I can pick up from this sentence, it sounds like she's slowly but surely being frozen in time. All her actions and brain signals are moving slower than others, until you move so slow that you're pretty much dead. But in the dreamscape, Firefly can actually move around and think perfectly normal, instead of being in an icy medical cabin. Which kind of brings up a weird point for her background. If she's accordingly stuck in an icy medical cabin, how in the hell did she manage to move to the Penacony Hotel and enter the dreamscape? Unless, of course, she had the help of Silverwolf, who not only hacked Firefly into the dreamscape, but the real dreamscape as well. That's why she mentions that yes, she technically is a stowaway, but she doesn't match the description of the stowaway that the Bloodhound family was looking for. Now, still technically on the same level of the iceberg, if we do continue the dialogue, Firefly mentions how she has a dream about a scorched earth. This obviously matches up with Sam, who uses fire, but also matches up with one of Sam's skill names. And logically speaking, it makes a lot of sense that Firefly controls Sam in the real world. The advanced AI that Sam could provide to Firefly, so that her delayed reactions wouldn't be an issue, makes a lot of sense. And being in an icy medical cabin could also refer to Firefly being in a cold metal suit to help her move around. Now, going back to the dreamscape, there's a final argument here that we can clearly see Firefly and Sam walking with each other. So there's no way they're the same person. But we don't actually see them with each other. We can only see Firefly in the memory bubbles that Black Swan creates. And Firefly calls Sam Mecha, which is extremely weird because the Stellaron Hunters are supposedly widely known. So why is Firefly calling Sam a mecha? Unless she is Sam, and she was talking to her own suit. But wait, how did a suit get in this dreamscape? How the hell is a suit dreaming? Well, how about this, Sherlock? How are your clothes dreaming? How come you're wearing clothes when you enter the dreamscape? Clearly, it operates under different rules that we're familiar with. So we can't rule out the possibility for Silverwolf to hack in the suit to the dreamscape to help fake Firefly's death. There are still more questions like how the suit abandoned Firefly and why Firefly would fake her own death. But this could really just be a plan made by Elio. By faking Firefly's death, it caused the Trailblazer to be traumatized. And that could help the Trailblazer unlock a new ability. Probably unlocking the Path of Remembrance power to bring Firefly back. Alright, now let's go even deeper. And now, we're metagaming, cause let's look at the music video that the official Honkai Star Rail channel uploaded. In this video, we can clearly see Sam with wings flying towards Acheron. Okay, but they're just wings. Except they look exactly like Firefly wings! I mean, not really, but you know, it does kind of look like Firefly wings. And not only that, but the wings match Firefly's entire color scheme. I know it's still not concrete evidence, but why does a fucking mech have wings? They could have just gone with the Iron Man approach and used blasters on the feet and hands to fly, but no, wings. Green and yellow Firefly looking wings. And now, finally, to the final point that just nails this theory in the coffin. And it's that Firefly being Sam was actually already leaked. Albeit it was a very old leak, and the source is a bit questionable. It does show that Firefly and Sam are linked in the story. According to the leaks, Firefly was genetically modified to host and pilot Sam. And not only that, but the dialogue that was posted, mind you, 4 months ago, would extremely match up with how the story is going so far. Firefly apologizing to the Trailblazer for wanting to know the Trailblazer as Firefly and not the false personality of Sam she has just fits in way too well. And so, that's it. That's the happy ending we all want. That's everything that I found so far after a day of processing Firefly's death. I really do hope the leaks are true, cause I really do like Firefly. But obviously, take this theory with a grain of salt, as the leaks could be fake and the points I point out could just be a coincidence. And so, if you made it this far in the video, please do subscribe, cause it just helps. And maybe even leave a like or a comment if you're feeling frisky. And yeah, I have a train to catch to meet up with my wife Jinglu, so see ya!